David Chambers back in the 50s. So David was kind of like our Deming was like the granddad. Chambers was the next generation, and we were all grandkids. And so he was our link home. And so I was fortunate enough to have landed at the right time to get to know these two giants and to get training from them, to learn from them. First time I taught SPC, after I finished the class, David Chambers could tell by the way. He said, now that you've taught the class, go get Shewhart out of the library and read. So I did. About a year later, he said, you need to read Shewhart again. So I did. I rewrote my notes for that class every year for 5 years, just totally from scratch, started all over again. But, I had the tutelage, the mentorship of people that had been doing it, and it helped me to get past the mental mind as a statistician is antithetical to what we do in SPC. And that's why a lot of time understanding it. Yeah. So I wrote a book for them called Advanced Topics. I had several call me and say, I now see the light after they've read the book. So
that Advanced Topics is just so, I don't know how many times I've read that. I've got bookmarks all through it.
Yeah, when I wrote that.
Through it again and again and
Good.
again.
Good.
It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
That's always great. That really started off as the leftover material that didn't get put into understanding SPC. We had about 20 chapters outlined and only 13 got in the book, the first book.
Yeah.
Understanding SPC. So a lot of this stuff in Advanced Topics, we had to go over some basic stuff again, of course. So it would be okay, I've got all this extra material and those outlined, but I said, well, go in here and write a book that's got the depth of reference material that people need and the audience for that book. I had two audiences in mind as I wrote Advanced Topics. These who were trying to teach it to others, and they needed a deeper understanding than just the class, and my fellow statisticians who had a different mindset. Their actions are so different than what Shewhart came at it with that they cannot begin to fathom. Why would you do that? We want a probability of a false alarm, not fixed with limits. With limits, it's just anathema to them. Because everything they've done and all fix the probability of a false alarm, find the variable limits. You see, it's two different approaches. Yeah. And that's right there at the fundamental level. And until you presuppositional blinder, the statisticians can't understand SPC. It's just been my experience that that's the case. I've got a lot of people that do understand it because they've been helped. But initially, that's the problem everyone faces. I faced it, as I said. Go read Shewhart. Go read Shewhart again. You still don't understand it. He just kept throwing me back in there. Finally, it out.